Hello, and welcome to the history of cinemas on the south bank of the Thames River in London from 1930 to 1939. 1930. Gaumont takes over United Picture Circuit. On January 6, the Ranelagh Cinema in Barnes opens. The Regal Cinema in West Norwood opens on January 16. The Albany Cinema in Crystal Palace January 18 opens. On February 10, the Astoria Old Kent Road in Bermondsey opens. The Astoria Theatre in Streatham opens on June 30. On September 22, the Regal Cinema in Beckenham is opened by County Cinemas. The Sheen Kinema in East Sheen opens on December 22. The Trocadero Cinema in Elephant and Castle also opened on December 22. Here are the changes for 1930. These cinemas are sold to Associated British Cinemas. Paramount Theatres taken over these cinemas. Here are the closings in 1930. 1931. On April 4, the ABC Lewisham Hippodrome Cinema in Catford opens as a full-time cinema. The State Cinema in Sydenham opens on August 1. The Town Hall Kinema in Wimbledon opens. Here are the changes for 1930. These cinemas closed in 1932. On February 8, the Gaumont Palace in Peckham. February 15, Regal Cinema in Kingston upon Thames. March 14, Gaumont Streatham Hill. June 22, Catford Public Hall. December 7, Morden Cinema in Morden. December 12, Gaumont Palace in Lewisham. December 22, ABC Elephant and Castle. December 26, State Cinema in Thornton Heath. Here are the changes for 1932. The Empire Picture Palace in Streatham closes. 1933. On July 3, the Odeon Kingston upon Thames, the first cinema to be built in the London area for Odeon. The Plaza in West Wickham opens on September 4. The Majestic Cinema in Mitcham opens on October 6. County Cinemas open the Regal Cinema in Wimbledon on November 20. On December 4, the Commodore Cinema in Orpington opens. Here are the changes for 1933. These cinemas became part of ABC Cinemas. These cinemas closed in 1933. 1934. On January 8, the Odeon Worcester Park opens. The Regal Cinema in Purley opens on February 26. The Astoria Cinema in Purley opens on April 2. The Odeon Surbiton opens on April 14. The Odeon Warlington opens on April 30. The News Theatre in Waterloo Station opens in the summer. The Classic Cinema in South Croydon opens on September 3. On September 8, the Plaza Cinema in Sutton opens. The Odeon Welling opens on October 22. The Majestic in Mitcham is sold to ABC. These cinemas are taken over by British Government. These cinemas closed in 1934. 1935. On November 26, the Palladium Cinema in Crystal Palace opens. Here are the changes for 1935. These theatres are taken over by ABC. These theatres are taken over by Government. Closings. 1936. On April 20, the Odeon Wimbledon opens. The Odeon West Hall in Eltham opened on May 20. On July 30, the Pavilion Cinema in East Dulwich opens. The Odeon Bromley opened on September 21. The Granada Vauxhall opened on October 13. The Government Bromley opened on November 23. Here are the changes for 1936. These cinemas are taken over by Union Cinemas. These cinemas closed in 1936. 1937. ABC takes over Union Cinemas. On January 4, the Rex Cinema in Norbury opens. The Regal Super Cinema in Bermondsey opened on January 18. The Granada Woolwich opened on April 20. The Odeon Penge opened on July 31. The Granada Greenwich opened on September 30. On October 25, the Odeon Woolwich opened. The Granada Clapham Junction opened on November 8. The Regal Cinema in Putney opened on November 8. The Regal Cinema in Kennington opened on November 17. Palladium Cinema in Crystal Palace reopened by Mrs. J. Arthur Rank as a religious film society and closed later in the year. Here are the changes for 1937. These cinemas became part of Odeon. These cinemas closed in 1937. 1938. On February 2nd, the Granada Cinema in Welling opens. The Odeon Eltham Hill in Eltham opens on April 14th. The Odeon Balham opened on April 16th. The Odeon Peckham opened on July 1st. On October 3rd, the Odeon Deptford opens. The Odeon New Malden opened on November 7th. The ABC Regal Cinema in Streatham opened on November 14th. Here are the changes for 1938. On November 12th, the ABC Golden Domes Picture Theatre in Streatham closes. 1939. The Odeon Camberwell opened on March 20th. The Odeon Elmers End in Beckingham opened on August 26th. In November 3rd, the Granada Cinema in Kingston upon Thames opens. Here are the changes for 1939. These cinemas closed in 1939. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.